Good morning, guys. I don't have my phone with me. I left it in the car. Look at the light. There's always light, even when we don't think there is. And my beauty is up there. I guess it's around 9:30. It's Friday, the 20-something. And I'm at my beautiful Wainbody Wood, just looking at the wonderful play of light and dark. Ooh, let's hope Penny hasn't found the fingers. There's something down there. Yesterday's video about waiting, I got an email from somebody which was really nice. I'm not going to say too much about it because I wasn't given any kind of permission to. So I'm not, because I understand that emails and personal messages should be just that, personal and for the person and no one else. And I think that's why there's all this outcry at the moment about the NSA and their spying, because that is what it is. Anyhow, I don't often say that anyhow. It was a very nice email from someone who had a diagnosis 2 years ago, and the realisation that they feel like they have just been waiting as well, and there is no zest for life. There is no point in planning a future or even a day trip or things like that. And they just kind of said that you know, they'd in effect wasted a couple of years when they could have been doing fantastic things with people. I'm not going to go into it any more than that, really. And it does remind me and bring to mind Sue, my son's partner. They'd been together 13 years, I think. And Sue had been diagnosed with cancer. And Sue just wanted to cram everything she could into the time that she believed she had got left. And I will always remember going with her to see the specialist. Oh, look at that. Wow. That is just... God is such an artist. Honestly. Such an artist. I remember going with Sue to see the specialist when we had to ask how long Sue had left. And I said to Sue before that, you know, don't do this. But, oh, hello. I wonder if that was her saying hi. But Sue kind of said that she needed it for insurances and work and everything. And my son just said he couldn't go. He couldn't do it. Couldn't go with her. So I did. And I asked the question, and the specialist said, did Sue want to know? And Sue said, yes, I need it for my work and for this insurance and that. And you know, how awful to pressure somebody to ask such a question. And the specialist looked at Sue and he couldn't make eye contact, and I think it must be, speak of angels and they appear, it must be, I don't know, but he said, I think 6 months. And Sue didn't flinch or anything like that, you know. She was quite matter of fact. But I suppose if someone said to me now, this time next year, you won't be on this planet anymore, you know, your physical existence here will expire, I would kind of think, really? You know, and what's that meant to be telling me anyway? Anyway, we walked out of that room, and we were linking arms, and I had my other hand on Sue's hand, and as it was linked through my arm, and I said to Sue, Sue, did that shock you? And she says, no, Rose, I thought I had under 3 months left, or 3 months at the very outside. And Sue died almost to the date, 3 months later. There might have been a day under or over, I can't remember now. And I wonder what impact it would have had, hazelnuts again guys, if the consultant had said to Sue, do you know what, we got it all wrong, and there are no limits, you know, you're okay. I wonder if it would have made a difference to Sue. Or if in her own belief, some might call it knowledge, I don't know, this inner knowing that it was only 3 months, that in fact 3 months was all it was. Or is it that they know that the chemo is going to lead to the sickness, and the anti-sickness is going to lead to this, and then that is going to lead to the morphine, and then the morphine is going to... Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I would guess in most cases people are so morphined out of their own minds that to hold a positive thought about anything is difficult. And I'm not saying all of this in a way that is negative and to the person with the diagnosis. No, I'm not. I just think that if you're in so much pain through the chemotherapy or whatever therapy is being used, and then they have to give you drugs to counteract the side effects of the medication, and that in turn has an effect on your mental well-being or your ability to energize your own beliefs, then maybe they do get it right, because they are aware that everything is on a timeline. There's another friend of mine, she used to be my saxophone instructor, tutor, years and years and years ago. And her name is Biff. And I'm not going to go into too much of her story, because it's not my story to tell. And there's a lot of things on the periphery of a very negative nature for Biff. But I met this woman years ago who played the saxophone like a dream. and I'd always wanted to learn the saxophone. And in fact, I had a saxophone. And she agreed to be my teacher. And she would come once a week, and we would make music together, and it was beautiful. Then she went through an incredibly painful and totally unbelievable. I cannot believe he would have done those things end to her relationship. I'm not going to go into what it was, but it was not good. And within, they had twin boys who were about 4 at the time. And then Biff was diagnosed with cancer. Sorry, I just like that sound. I've realised I keep putting my thumb. I don't know if that's the microphone or if that's the microphone. I haven't got a clue. It looks like a nice thumb pad to me, but it might be a microphone. Yes, I don't really inspect my camera, do I? Anyway, so she was diagnosed with cancer, and she was in fact given a maximum of 3 years to live. So her husband is in prison. She has twin boys. Biff herself has no living family. And now she has cancer and 2 twin boys to look after. And she made a decision. She said, my boys have no one, and I need to be here till they are 18, until they can live independently. And people were kind of, yes dear, you know, and people rallying round, you know, we'll take care of the boys. And it's amazing how people automatically go with what the people in the white coats have said. And almost take away the individual's beliefs and rights and their own living experience and belief in that well, actually, it isn't going to happen. Biff's still going strong. She's in and out of hospital all the time, and her boys are now 16. And the medical profession don't know how she's done it. She has cancer, and she's very ill, but on lots of occasions she's not ill. And she bought herself a van similar to the one that I have years ago, and she has taken her boys everywhere in the UK and Ireland. You know, and she's taken them to Disneyland, because of all the hype around Disneyland, I suppose. But she's done everything with them. And she said, I will not waste a single moment of the life I have. And I don't know. Now, maybe some people will say, well, obviously her cancer could have been different to Sue's cancer and blah, 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 and all of this. But even with Sue, when the Macmillan nurses were coming in the final couple of weeks, you know, they were saying, we can't understand her strength. You know, it's like she's hanging on for a specific day or something like that. Because everybody believes the diagnosis. And then this whole energy goes into that. It's written down. Things that are written down are spells. You know, if they're written down and have intention and belief behind them, they are incredibly powerful. And sometimes things are written down incorrectly. A word is changed here or there. And this is what NLP is all about. But I watched something recently. I'm sure it was from my YouTube community, because I don't actually really watch anything else. And it said that the translations of the Bible have been kind of pushed one way or another, and that the famous kind of talk with God that Jesus had whilst on the cross, where he said, and you know, this has been passed down for centuries and centuries and centuries, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. There is this translation that more accurately states, Father, forgive them not, for they know what they do. And, you know, I have always believed in Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do, because I don't think most of us have a freaking clue what we do. I don't. I really don't know what I'm doing. I know that I'm here on this planet, and I know that I am experiencing a physical reality. But what I'm actually doing with that awareness and experience and physical connection, I have no idea. You know, and in some cases, if we did know, would it mean that we behaved in an authentic, this is who I really am kind of way? You know, for example, if the whole idea of this physical experience was to rise to the top and beat everybody else down and, you know, become king of the castle, maybe I wouldn't be walking around here right now. Do you understand what I mean? If it was kindness and love and all of this, then and more value was put on that, I'm sure more people would go for that. Do you understand what I'm saying? So in the not knowing, we have to rely on what I consider to be our authentic selves, the essence of who we are. And basically none of us really know what happens after this. Lots of people have ideas. I'd love to get to a gap in that, to just see if it is in fact the I don't know where there's a gap so I can look in the field. Would you please provide a gap for me to look through? Do you understand what I'm saying, guys? People say, you know, I will come back, or I will get a message to you, or I will let you know. But if that happened, and it was an absolute fact, first of all, it is still subjective to the individual who is, oh, there's a gap, to the individual who is, you know, reporting back to us, let's put it that way, if in fact that happened. So, how would we, and if they did say, right, this is the whole point, then what is the point of being placed here with absolute free will to experience your life in the way that you believe is the right and correct way? Because everybody would just say, oh, I know the answer now, we need to do this, and here we go, this is how we do it. It would leave no room for individuality, and for different perspectives and different beliefs and different diversity. It would leave no room for that. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go, guys. Friday is mine and my stuff's day off. However, it's a bank holiday weekend here in the UK, so the shop has been incredibly busy, and we have yet another delivery today. So my stuff has gone to sort that out, and I shall pick him up, and we will no doubt have a lovely day off. But I think we just need to think about these things. Well, you don't have to do anything. You know, it's a free world. I think about these things all of the time. And I don't think that you have to find your own beliefs. This is what I'm trying to get to. You have to find your own beliefs. You have to connect with everything. It's no good being stuck in front of a computer screen. It's no good doing the same old. You know, we need to actually go and experience life in a in a way where we are just connecting with the world around us. I mean, I know this isn't the idyllic paradise that we want it to be, but when you look around you see the potential that it has. And if you can just connect with this and the trees and the earth, and understand that the trees will grow and they will die and decay. Well, they don't actually die, they just become part of the earth again. Their physical structure becomes part of the earth again. But imagine what it is to be the essence of the tree. Imagine what it is to be a bird that exists in this little pocket of paradise here. Take time to just go and be in quiet spaces. And I call this a quiet space, even though if you really, really listen, just sit somewhere a while, sit on one of the fallen logs, they're everywhere, and just really listen, you know that it is far from silent. It is alive. The energy vibrates through you. When you walk barefoot, you feel it for the rest of the day. You can feel the earth's energy. I'm going to go. A bit of a hodgepodge today. But sometimes that's what my mind's like. I don't really know what I'm thinking about. And I don't think, oh, I'm going to go out today and I'm going to talk about this. But, yeah. So keep looking up, guys. In all senses of the word. And, yeah, don't believe all of these people. You know, and I'm so glad for you. I am so glad for you. And thank you for the email and letting me know. Sometimes we just need a little nudge, don't we? I get lots of nudges all the time, normally from my dogs. But yeah, keep looking up, especially, you know who, keep looking up. Nothing is written in stone, unless it is written with intention and belief and the power of your being. Then it's as near as written in stone as it can be. And that works either way. With someone telling you you have this many years, or like Biff, you saying, well, you know what, I have this to do and my kids have no one else, and I am going to keep going until they can actually survive on their own. And she has taught them everything. They have gone camping, they have learnt how to build fires, they have done sponsored things for other children around the world, and now they want to go to help build a school in one of the, I hate this word, but developing countries. And they're doing all this sponsored stuff to get the money to pay for that chance to go. You know, there's always more than one option. There's always more than one person's truth. Okay, and remember to enjoy life, live it, because it is why we're here, and something as simple as this can really chill you out, sort out your free radicals, and bring balance into your life. And making decisions with a balanced mind is much better than one that has bias behind it. So I love you all, and look, there's a perfect bench. In fact, I'm going to go and sit there now and have a smoke. I love you all. So from Honey and Abby, who are down there, and my feet, which have stayed remarkably clean, it's goodbye. I love you all. Bye. Saying bye, honey.